This is how to build wealth, according to a beautiful billionaire that came from nothing, just like probably most of you and I. Let me know if you came from absolutely nothing and you have made an incredible success of your life today so far, down in the comments below. I would love to know where my community has come from and where you intend to go. And in this video, I am going to be speaking about an incredible billionaire that sat in the same position as what we have and has now got more than 60% of his portfolio allocated to Bitcoin specifically. Now, obviously, a lot of hedge funds, billionaires, and investors that are coming into the crypto space, institutions are saying, do 1% of your portfolio or 5% of your portfolio at max. But this billionaire has gone and done 60%. And that's because he completely believes that Bitcoin will become money in the future. So let's go and check this out. Thank you to all my beautiful subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. We've got 2 more subscribers to get to 1,000. Let's do it, guys. I was hoping we were going to do it. I had 999 this morning. One of you dropped off. That's okay. Let's get it right back up there to 1,000 subscribers, guys. I'm bringing to you guys incredible content. Do not miss out on the opportunity of subscribing to the channel. Now, with that being said, let's go and have a look at what's going on in the market. We haven't actually had a look at the crypto market cap for a little while, so I'm going to have a little bit of a squiz at this with you guys. Currently, we're sitting at 1.1 trillion and 25.5 billion trading volume. So you can see that the trading volume is coming down once again, and we are only down 0.4% in the market. Bitcoin is still sitting above 27,841, Ethereum at 1621, which is not bad. Fear and Greed Index sitting at 50, which is slap bang in the neutral zone. And as you can see, yesterday and last week, we're pretty much all at the same point. So nothing is happening at the moment because we don't actually know whether the market's going to go up or it's going to go down. If you think you know what it's going to do by the end of December, let me know down in the comments below, please. I would love to know what your views are, guys. All right. So you can see here, a lot of these coins are in the red today, and that's because Bitcoin is falling just ever so slightly today. And what I suggest, and if you guys watched my videos and you are subscribed to my channel, you go and check ahead of my shorts here. I put some crazy coins for you in that video. So do not miss out on the opportunity to watch that, because that is going to be coming out from these coins here that you see here. Incredible coins, guys. Speaking of which, if there are any altcoins if you guys want to hear about, let me know down in the comments below. Please tag the altcoin so that I can do an incredible video for you guys. All right, guys. So happy Thanksgiving to all the Canadians and Americans. I can see it's the Thanksgiving Day today, holiday. So South Korea's also got a holiday. We already know, guys, I don't know if you guys have, I'm sure most of you have seen on Crypto X, but basically what we have been seeing is this, which is crazy stuff between Israel and Hamas, where more than 1,100 people have already been killed in conflict. The Israeli forces progressing, taking more than expected. This is 46 minutes ago, just by the way, guys. This continues. You can see here that rockets are being launched, but there's being, like metal pellets that are being thrown in the air, hot metal pellets that are being shot into the air to diffuse the rockets, and those are basically being jammed up here. I don't know what the hell is going on. I really cannot distinguish between who's right, who's wrong, but it doesn't matter who's right and who's wrong. At the end of the day, people are dying and suffering because these people are actually in conflict with one another. And at governmental level, this has got nothing to do with civilians like yourself and myself that are just innocently watching YouTube videos, trying to make a living, building their wealth over time. This shit continues to happen, guys. So, I don't know if you guys have heard. This is a little bit of, something that is generally gets channels banned out there. But at the end of the day, we see huge conflict happening around the world. And the seventh trumpet has officially been blown by this happening. We all know that the Rothschilds own Israel, and they are the people that started Israel. So what is actually going on with Israel is the very, very deep question. Now, I love my Jewish people. I love my Muslim people. I love both of them. I got nothing against them. And that's the thing, is that we are all humans at the end of the day. and religion has got nothing to do with the respect, the love, and the kindness that we pay one another. So if you believe that is true, subscribe to the channel, because this channel is all about love and crypto only, okay? And we do bring out news where people are conflicting with each other, where we need to hash through some of that stuff too. So as you can see that there's a lot of stuff happening out there this coming week. We do have the PPI, we have American PPI and CPI this week, a little bit later on. We also have German GDP data, which is coming out on Tuesday, I think tomorrow. So there is going to be a lot of stuff that will happen out there in the market, guys. There's a lot of Federal Reserve members speaking. There is quite a substantial amount of news here, guys. And then on Wednesday evening, we have the FOMC minute meetings that will be released. And then we have also of course, have the oil stock inventories. And then we have GDP on Thursday, British GDP on Thursday. So we have German GDP on Wednesday. So guys, as you can see, there is going to be absolute incredible market shifters this week. Core CPI, jobless claims, crude oil inventories, and so much more that is going to make the markets move this week. So if you guys are not prepared for what is coming, then you need to be prepared. You need to do your due diligence to see what's going on. But I would like to go and show you, before I show you this incredible video by Salinas, I would like to go and show you where we're currently sitting with the Dixie and with the Bitcoin price. So Dixie oversold down here now, way overbought on price action, guys. We haven't even had any pullbacks in this section, and it needs a pullback. So if this doesn't get back up above the line, I think that's going to be the pullback moment for us. So for me, I do believe that we have hit strong resistance at this level now, but that doesn't mean that we are going to go down. It just means that if the news is positive for a positive outlook for the dollar, then it will pump up. So yeah, make sure not to miss out on the opportunity of trading these with me by hitting the links pinned in the comments of this video down below, so you guys can go ahead and trade incredible cryptocurrencies with me. I have a Bitflex link for you that will give you an incredible $10 bonus, which is 10% bonus when you sign up using that link, guys. Make sure to go and watch that video. I speak about Arthur Hayes, and I'm going to relate this video to what I brought in this video that Arthur Hayes mentioned here. Bitcoin, without a doubt, is a 100x coin, guys. There is no doubt about it. It's just a matter of when and timing, okay? So let's go and check out the video. Thanks to Natalie Brunel. She made this video from Ricardo Salinas. So let's go and have a look at this little section here quickly. I'm going to show you 3 sections. First section is how this man came from nothing into something.
In terms of your understanding of money, what was your sense of money growing up? Did you feel always comfortable?
I was always poor.
Okay.
I had no money. I hate that feeling.
Yeah.
It's terrible. As a matter of fact, I have a story about that. When I think I might have been like 10 or 12 years old, and my father sent me out on a trip to Disneyland and to the U.S. And the trip was going to Disneyland in Anaheim and then fly across to New York and the World Fair and da-da-da. And he gave me $100 for a 1-month trip. I think after 3 days I spent it all. And I spent the rest of the trip, feeling like a beggar, with my other friends who had more money. It was a terrible feeling. I don't like it, and I'm not planning on going back to that.
Did you always strive to achieve great wealth? I mean, what was your path in terms of achieving success in your career?
Well, it took me a long time, man, because even though I started working first on my own, then with other companies, then my father offered me a job in his company, and that company belonged to my grandfather and my father, and it was their company, not my company. And I started working for them, and both of them, especially my father, they're very stingy, miserable with their money, so they paid me a miserable salary. And then after the 80s, disaster here in Mexico, when, as I mentioned, the price of the dollar went from 20 to 1 20 pesos to $1, to today, which is 17,000 pesos per dollar. But in the 80s, just between 1982 and 1988, it went from 20 to 3,000. So everybody was wiped out. The wealth of Mexico was wiped out, except for very few people who had their savings in dollars. And the collateral damage of that is the company that I was working for went broke. So it then happened that I came and reorganized the company, put it out of bankruptcy, and built it into what it is today. But it still was my dad's company. So then when my grandfather passed away, he gave his shares in the company to my uncles, or his children, and they all wanted money. So I said, okay, I'm going to buy this stock from you.
Wow. But
I'm going to pay it for you down the line, 5 years. And that's how I got my first stock in Electra. And it was very difficult. You know, I think I made the first $1 million trading in some plastic containers that we imported from Texas and brought them into the U.S. into Mexico for Pepsi, you know, and just buying and selling and making a margin. Mm-hmm. And that's how I made my money, you know.
So
how absolutely incredible, right? What do you think about Ricardo Salinas? What a humbling, beautiful story. And I'm sure so many of you watching this video can relate to exactly what he's saying. Some of us have had the opportunity of learning for yourself, having to hustle for yourself and make it for yourself. Some of us get it handed on a silver platter, and that's great. But what are you learning when you get it handed on a silver platter? Not much, okay? You can learn from your parents where they drill the skills into you, but at the end of the day, it's something out there that you need to do and go out and learn for yourself. Let's go and check the second part of this clip from Ricardo Salinas and Natalie.
So at what point did you start to see the fiat system as the fraud that you talk about today?
Oh, we're gold bugs from a long time ago. My father became a gold bug in the 70s. And he was convinced, before Nixon, the thief, defrauded the whole world by going off the gold standard in 1971. Before that, he knew that, my father knew that the fiat thing was unsustainable and that they were going to have to go off gold. So he convinced my grandfather to buy some gold at $30.
Wow.
And then it went to 800. That was a pretty good trade. So I was there, I was watching all that, and we would talk about it. And, you know, just like Bitcoin today. So for me, Bitcoin is like same thing, you know. At that time, the only thing that could save you was gold. So now we have gold, still there. But now we have Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is better. My father would hate to hear this.
Well, I understand that you kind of got into Bitcoin because you were trading and you heard about Barry Silbert talking about Bitcoin, and then the trades paid off, and so you decided to learn a little bit more. So can you talk a little bit about that transition? Because for so many folks out there, they can't wrap their heads around it, and even though the current system, they know there are problems with it, they can't understand that there's this alternative that not only can make them money, but could actually fundamentally make everything more equitable and provide more opportunity.
Yeah, well, you know, of course, the first attraction was, oh, here's an asset that looks very promising because it can do this, you know, it can make payments, it could be stored, it could be divisible, all the nice things about Bitcoin. But these qualities of this asset at that time were not obvious. And so it was priced at $200.
Wow.
So I went to the conference and they started to explain, sounds like a good asset. I tell you, I've always been an aggressive guy and looking for adventure. So, you know, I put, a couple $100,000 into that. And, like in 15 days, bingo, it was almost $400. I said, I'm a genius, I'm a genius here. And then I tried to buy some more. And then went to 800 and said, this is too much. I'm selling, you see? Mm-hmm. So I sold it. Made a lot of money in multiple, But then I started thinking, there's more to this, there's more to this. So I came back, bought again the position. And basically I held it all the way up to the peak in 2017, I think. And then I got out around $17,000. So it was one of the best trades of my life as an investor. And I tell you, the real reason why I didn't get out of the trade is because I could not. Because at that time, I was invested in this damn thing, GBTC, and when it was a private thing, and you could not liquidate it. You see?
So you've been through the whole up and down.
Yeah.
What are your, I mean, I have to
down.
ask you then, because obviously Grayscale just had this court victory recently. What is your take on that? Because for so many people, that was their first way to invest in Bitcoin in a more traditional account.
You know, yeah, now, when this happened a long time ago, it was not so easy to get a wallet and to put the Bitcoin and to open the exchange. It was like dark magic, you know. So the way for an unsophisticated guy, well, not unsophisticated, but to an ignorant guy, is to just buy it in the GBTC fund, you know, the Grayscale fund. And they were promising liquidity down the road, but didn't say when. But basically, you were stuck in there. And then they turned it into this fund where now you can buy and sell the shares of the fund. But it has a fundamental mistake, which is they cannot sell the assets and buy back stock to equalize the net asset value. So it has a huge discount to net asset value, and they need to change that. So it's a really bad investment vehicle.
You guys heard that hands down, right up from Ricardo Salinas' mouth. GBTC is a bad investment. The best way to invest into Bitcoin is to buy the Bitcoin OTC or on the exchange, remove it, and put it onto your cold storage hardware wallet. That is the best way to store your Bitcoin and your wealth. If you guys do not have one yet, go ahead down right at the bottom of the description on this video and click my link to get yourself an incredible hardware wallet right there, right now. Let me know what you guys think about that. Ricardo Salinas came from nothing. He's a multi-billionaire today, and his net worth is more than 60% of it is in Bitcoin. I am along the same lines, and I'm working my ass off. I'm only 36 today, this year, and I am seeing incredible stuff happen with this. And there are so many people that are even a lot younger than me that are seeing even more opportunity in this. Thanks for being here, you special, beautiful souls. Much love and light and benevolent blessings to you all. We'll see you on the next one. Check these ones out. See you later.